Got Mr. Shannon Davidson here, my buddy, the president of Atari Guitars, and the man at the helm with Musician's Pool, his Musician's Pool. And he helped me dial in probably my dream guitar tone for this song. And this song, did this song give me some trouble, Brother Shannon? A wee bit of trouble, just a wee bit of trouble.
A little bit of trouble.
And so we dialed in some stuff. Here are the pedals we have here. And I'm going to have Brother Shannon Davidson, who is more awesomer than me at this. So what are we playing through? We're going through...
So the first two in the series are JHS pedals, the version 4 compressor, the orange, or the pulp and peel, I guess they call it. And it's set pretty high compression, about, you can see it there, around 3 o'clock. The volume is around 2 o'clock. The blend of the compressed signal and the uncompressed signal is around 1 o'clock. The EQ is set a little darker. And then it's going, and it's buffered. We have it in the, so the signal's coming in buffered. And then we're going to...
What is this switch for?
That adds a little bit of overdrive if you want that.
Is it on or off?
It's off.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
no,
off.
it's off.
Then we're going
So it's
into...
the Sweet Tea, JHS Sweet Tea. And we actually have both sides on. It's a 2-in-1 pedal. So you have the Angry Charlie on the left and the Moonshine on the right. And this is their version, their latest version. I can't remember if it's 3 or whatever. And with both of them on like that, it's pretty high gain. But we have...
Is this the most high gain solo I've ever played with you?
Yeah, it's definitely the highest gain solo
Right
that
on.
you've unleashed.
On any of my albums, right?
Yeah. Usually it's just overdrive, pushed overdrive. It's not quite cascading like that with that much gain. And we have it set that the Moonshine is going into the Angry Charlie. We've got the mid boost shifted on the Moonshine, and you can see the blends. The gain is reasonably low. It's just overdriven on the Moonshine, and the gain is and I'm saying high gain, but those two pedals cascading into one another gives it a very gained sound, but we're still relatively low on the gain, so there's quite a bit. And you can see we've got the mid and the treble dialed out, the bass boosted, so it's getting a thicker type of sound. Then going into this next thing, this is
new
Leslie pedal. Very, very pleased with that. Right now, I don't know that I would lose the joy, but just immediately plugging it in, it just sounded good.
Yes.
Very user friendly. There wasn't a bad sound. It's just finding the sound that works for the song. Cool thing about this is mono in, stereo out. It also has an expression pedal input, so you can either you can set your slow speed and your fast speed. If anybody's not familiar, this replicates digitally a Leslie cabinet where the low frequency speaker rotates and the high frequency horns rotate. This is an excellent pedal for doing that. And so without the expression pedal, you can just step on it and then you can see it ramp up. It does it just like the cabinet does in real. Then you can turn it off and it slows back down and you can go between. There's a drive that you can dial in. It's very subtle. It's not a distortion. It's just a very low overdrive. And you've got an octave below and an octave above. And then we're going out of that into the TC Electronics flashback. And I have it set also in buffer mode, so it's not true bypass. So we're having like a very clean signal hitting the amps. And then we're using an actual 1968 heavily modified Fender deluxe reverb. Has modern caps and a Celestian.
So we're recording again. So which ones are what we were playing through here?
Okay, so we're playing in this room.
We were playing a 1968 February '68 deluxe reverb
Whoa. Nice.
with a 57 and a 421 capturing the sound. It's not stock. It's definitely modified, but it just sounds really good.
Yeah, most
And
definitely.
then that was running stereo. So let me get this one here.
Listen to this. Were we going through the
Yeah,
ignitor?
so we were doing the ignitor,
Yeah.
the tweaker 40, I think this is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
tweaker
is.
40 on the channel 1, set to AC on the tone.
Let's see
Vintage
if I can get it.
vintage engaged for the channel.
You mind pointing it out?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Vintage is engaged on. We're on master 1. Master level is pretty high. Then we're using the AC EQ. You can see where that's set up with the Marshall JCM 900 1960 cabinet, and then
Yes.
the gain is set relatively mild. We've got the cabinet set to tight since we're going to a 412. We've got the clean. It's not being overdriven. We're normal. We're not doing a mid cut, but we are doing a bright boost,
Sweet.
and also a 57 and a 421 on the lower left speaker of the Marshall cabinet.
Greenbacks?
That's not. No, these are the 75s. Like this is your classic stack. So, and it's set to in mono right now, so you can either run it in 4 ohms or 16 ohms, and we're actually running it in 16 ohms. So it's a little cleaner, and so the actual overdrive is truly coming from the pedal and the guitar and stuff. Which the guitar is the other thing in the chain, because it's not a typical Strat. It's
What kind of Strat is it,
It's
Shannon?
an Atara custom
Yeah.
Strat with
And we're going to go model that Strat real
late
quick.
60 pickups, master volume, master tone, and a blend. So you can blend, if you're in the lead position, you can blend in the neck. If you're in the neck, you can blend in the lead pickup. So, cool, man.